We all know that Americans trooped to the polls in November this year, 2016, to elect a new president. And we also know that the Democratic Party, the party to which the current president belongs, Barack Obama, has fielded a woman as its presidential candidate. This means that come November, a woman might become the president of the United States of America. And so we took to the streets of Lagos to ask Nigerians whether or not they could vote for a woman as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We asked them to prefer reasons for their decisions, if they didn't want a woman as president, or if they did, and did they have any particular woman in mind that they thought could become the president?
As electing a woman president in Nigeria, it's not a bad thing anyway, but the issue is that the politics in Nigeria, personally, I have not seen a woman. Academically, we have them all. Politically, we have them, but strength-wise, to carry all the burdens of Nigeria on the shoulder of a woman, I think it will be too heavy for any woman that comes. For me, I wouldn't vote for a woman to rule this country for now, unless when things are made easier in Nigeria, that a woman, we know them, we know all about woman gender, female gender, we know them. I would have supported where a strong man who has the fear of God and energetic, who will make the seat more easier, so that when we now vote for a woman in future, she'll be able to overcome what this present government is striving at. Because for me now, as an indigene of the nation, our present president is not finding it easy because of the situation of the country. Anybody that will be there and do everything with perfection is somebody that God has given his power, his strength, and everything. If you are there on that seat without the Spirit of God, you are going nowhere. You just go there, serve your 4 years or whatever, play politics and come out.
I think it's time Nigerians give a woman a chance to become the president, because they can actually make a difference.
I think I would vote for a female Nigerian president, because I don't see why not. If this was in the olden days where to be a political leader or a leader of a country, you needed to be a great warrior, because times like that there were wars all the time. But this is 2016 where to be a politician you need knowledge about politics, confidence, and the ability to fight for what you believe in. And I don't see any difference in men and women when it comes to those criteria. If I was to pick a female Nigerian president, I would pick Dora Akunyili, because she fought for what she believed in. She stood her ground, and she was a very intelligent, knowledgeable person.
I'll vote a female as a president, and I'll vote myself. Because when I get in there, I know that there are some things I can do. Well, I wouldn't say that they are not trying, no, they are trying their best. But let them give a chance to the female, and let them do their own best. But if I have to vote, I'll vote a female.
Why not? If we have a competent female candidate, why not? You know, for me, sometimes in terms of leadership, I tend to have a soft spot for women, because we have seen in some of the female leaders we have had that you could depend on them to a larger extent than some of the men. You have Angela Merkel in Germany, you have Theresa May now, you had Margaret Thatcher. These were women that made their mark. And for me, I hope that we have Hillary Clinton as the next female president in the US, because I think she has been tested and I believe she will do a good job.
I would actually vote for a woman as Nigerian president, but I would vote for someone with experience in politics, someone who has been in the cabinet probably as a minister, or someone with experience ruling a state or in House of Assembly. I wouldn't just vote for someone maybe due to the popularity the person has, but I would actually vote for a woman. But thinking of a name right now, maybe I would have said Desiani, but obviously she's under investigation right now. But someone with that kind of credibility, I guess.
Yeah, I would vote for a woman as a president. And the reason is because we've never had a female president. And I think a female being our president would make a lot of sense. It's something that has not been done. I think we can give it a chance and see how it goes. And who would I vote for as a female? I would say Dora Akunyili. I think she has done well with different positions she has taken in Nigeria already. I think she would be a good person to go for.
Yes, I can vote for a woman as a Nigerian president, but I don't think there's a right woman at the moment who can handle the Nigerian political situation as it is right now. Personally, I don't have anything against the Nigerian women also, but I believe that we are not really ready for a woman president as it is right now. Possibly in the future, but not in the next 12 or 16 years as it is. You can say that women are ruling in different parts of the world today, maybe Germany. If you look at it, you see that a country like USA, with over a century of being independent and all that, with their democratic nature, they are even yet to pick a woman as their president. Of course, they have Hillary Clinton running at the moment to be the president, but then if people like USA for over 100 years, if they are yet to pick a woman as a president as it is now, I don't think Nigeria is that ready. So, like I will say, yes, I can vote for a woman president, but not the current Nigeria as it is, maybe in the nearest future.
The U.S. Democratic Party's candidate, Hillary Clinton, for her, it appears that she will be elected as next president of the United States of America. Now, your question that regards Nigeria, if I would vote for a woman, the answer to that is yes. I would vote for a woman. There are several women who are good candidates, as presidential candidates and all. They will be good to be elected as president. An example of that is the last presidential candidate for COA Party. She is a brilliant woman. She is a woman of high intelligence, and as far as I'm concerned, she can be the next Nigerian president. There are other women who are also good presidential candidates, not just presidential candidates, but they are good in the sense that you can appoint them as president. Another one is Obi Ezekwesili, but she, with her NGO about getting the Chibok girls released, we've seen her in different positions running in Nigeria, and how she has perfected her roles in all of these groups that she has joined, or in all of these NGOs that she runs and all of that. There are several women that I know that are good for these positions and will run the term or their tenure perfectly if they are elected as presidents.
I believe allowing a female to be a Nigeria president would be a unique thing, and I believe that they will do a great thing, allowing them to become a female president. We should just give it a try. For instance, we've given, since 1960 that we became an independent, men who have been ruling have not really done much thing. I think let's give women a trial to know what they will be able to do. That I believe, and I believe that making them a president will make a change. I believe because they have that heart to do a great thing in this nation. So my opinion for it is going to be a great thing for we Nigerians to allow a female president in this country, because there will be a great change in this country.
I can't do that. It will become dull. You see a man leading us now, I can say he's not even capable. Talking of a lady to come and lead us. Our majority will be taken. He can't do it. A woman does not have that strength to lead us. Even the one we have now, you don't even have the strength talking of a woman. So a woman cannot be our leader. Secondly, maybe if you be a leader, you say, like you about say, Abiam or something, we see thinking a good things. Because they say, I'm a good mother, I will consider one or things and the other. But I think, I definitely say it's wrong, it's no good. I will not do. I myself, I won't vote for her.
Of course, yes, I would vote if there's any lady credible and worthy and is ready to make changes. At least we've given men the chance. Why can't we give women the chance to rule? So, as much as I would love to see changes in the leadership of Nigeria, as a Nigerian, we think leadership position is strictly meant for the guys or the men. And in terms of lady board, not all of them are actually going out in terms of holding key positions, but I still see Tinubu's wife, Madam Oluremi Tinubu, as someone that could vie for such probably a strong position. It might be the Senate president, or probably much later she would want to be or want to vie for the position of the Nigerian president. But it is good to see a change like that, as much as in Africa than Nigeria.
As far as I'm concerned, as a Nigerian and as a patriot, I am very free to vote for anybody. In fact, it will be a thing of interest to most Nigerians if at this time around a woman come out to contest for the post of president in this nation. Let me tell you one thing. I have had histories of the performances of our men that have been the past president, even up to the present one, because even the present one has once been a president of this country, nation. We know what happened. So if there's any woman that come out that they wanted to contest for the post of president, I'm telling you, and bet me, majority of Nigeria will want to follow that woman. We want to follow the person. But for now, we have not seen anyone. We are waiting to see any woman that will come out and declare herself as being ready to contest the post of president. I, for one, will be very interested because she's not just coming out. We will know the personality, his personality, her personality, her integrity, and everything. You know, we have to know, just as we have known about the past president that are men. We want to know who, and when we know her, then we will know how capable she is or that she will be.
Yes, I will vote for a female president because most of our men presidents in Nigeria has failed us. So I think it is high time we try the women. I think the women will do better.
Vote for a woman? I will do so when they insist. They have made up their mind what they want. When women want to be voted for, when they want to take up responsibility, not to be led by the nose. They must have a mind of their own. They don't have a mind of their own. How can they lead us? We can't compel them to lead us. They've got to demand, then will be voted for. Mrs. Bandaranaike demanded, and she was voted for in Sri Lanka. Indira Gandhi demanded, and she was voted for in India. Margaret Thatcher, Angela Merkel, these are people. America is a latecomer. It happens anywhere when the women are prepared to take up responsibility. Nigeria is not ready yet. Nigerian women are not.
And that's it for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Angela Ajetumobi.
question.
Angela, that's a great question.
It's a good question.
It is difficult to respond to that question.
That is a serious question.
Angela, that is a very great question.
Great question, Angela.
You know, Angela, that's a very difficult question.
That's a great question, Angela.
Okay, that's a great question.
Angela, that's a tough one for me.
That's a good question. Good question.
I love to ask questions. I think it's what I do best. You see, I think that the fastest way to learn anything is to ask questions. The right questions, that is. Questions that help you get to the heart of the matter.
60 Minutes with Angela. Getting answers to every question you always wanted to ask.